Lawrence LeShan was still is, a psychologist, but he's now in his 90s. And for about 50 years, he worked using psychotherapy exclusively with people with advanced metastatic cancers. And when he was first trained, when he first started working with these cancer patients in the early 50s, he had been trained by the Freudian model, and he's doing Freudian psychotherapy with them. 100% of his patients were expected to die, and they did. 100% of his patients did die. Gradually, he starts working a little differently with them, and he starts exploring with them, well, what do you most look forward to in life? What matters to you most in life? And he started exploring with them, if we can get you better, how do you want to really spend your time? And when he did that, it went from 100% to 50% mortality rate. So people who learn to sing their own song in life. There was one guy he worked with who had been, he had been a gang member. That was his background. So Dr. LeShan is working with him. Let's see, how can we get you enthusiastic about some new line of work once we get you well? And, well, what do you do with a guy, his history, all he was the leader of a gang called the Skulls in some really rough section of New York. So they start exploring together, what career could this guy look forward to, that's similar to being gang leader of the Skulls? And it turns out there is a career that lines up perfectly. Anyone imagine what that is?
CEO.
CEO? Well, yeah, I suppose there are some similarities. But I know a firefighter. Because when you think, so what does a gang do? A gang, they just hang out until there's a gang riot, a gang fight. And there's a lot of excitement. People get hurt, they get killed in the gang fight. But then they just go back and they're just hanging out some more. So what career is like that? Firefighters. Firefighters, they're called to a fire. They put out the fires. They save lives. Then they go back to the stations. They hang out until the next fire. So this guy developed hope. He realized, gee, he could do this. And he did. He became a firefighter. He fully recovered from his cancer. And until he was promoted to a desk job. He did so well. He was such a great firefighter. They promoted him, but it was a desk job, and he was miserable. His cancer came back.